they talk about, what is the shit that all these rappers want, is that luxury lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? The Lamborghini, they want to come to Miami and get on a yacht with a bunch of girls and stay in a mansion. So I said, that's what I'm gonna do. And that was from that point on is a 5-year period of my time where I was just a producer. It's a long story. I could go on for 30 minutes just about each individual thing you asked me, but I'm gonna cut it short. Time goes on, and I start realizing back my ultimate life goal and everything I've ever done was to make a difference, as I said. And the reason why I got into music, other than Smokey, and why I really kind of chased all this stuff, was because I saw it's the biggest influence on our culture and our generation. Whether white, black, purple, or Spanish, it had nothing to do with color. With my age group and the shit that we listen to, hip hop, and just the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we think, the people at the top, the entertainers, are the ones that influenced us the most. And I was starting to feel like my generation kind of lost. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I want to get into this shit, obviously build a name for myself. I love music, but I also want to do something good with this power. Then I got into music and I realized all this shit is controlled from the top and there's an agenda and ain't shit you could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the people
music industry, once you really cross it,
yeah,
you
it's
start
like
to see.
it's a toxic world, and I was around a lot of just gangster motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a cold producer, but it wouldn't even feel like producing sometimes. I was really risking my life. I was really in the streets. I was really, you know what I'm saying? Like, that culture is real. You know what I'm saying? It's very toxic, very dangerous. And I stood strong and I earned my stripes and I earned my respect. I done got locked up out here. I won't go into that too much, but it's like I didn't save people's lives physically for respect. You know what I'm saying? Not even for respect, because I loved them and I needed to. You know what I'm saying? But things like that in that time of my life built me from just a little skinny, little goofy white boy to someone who was around a bunch of bosses, and they'd be looking at me like, "Who is this little goofy white boy? But why is he why is he so confident? Why is he standing on top of shit? Why are they treating him like he's their brother?" And he, you know what I'm saying? It's because I really put that work in. I really put the blood, sweat, and tears to earn them rights. And then when I got to a point in music where I'm like, okay, I can't get to where I want to be in music because the people at top is all controlled. I woke up one day. I remember it was one day I woke up. I said, how do I get to that next level? And I started studying the people at the top, the Futures, the Lil Babies, the Drakes. What is the shit they talk about? What is the shit that all these rappers want? Is that luxury lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? The Lamborghini, they want to come to Miami and get on a yacht with a bunch of girls and stay in a mansion. So I said, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start up this rental company, and that's gonna shortcut me from being a little producer that's sending emails to some random dude's email that don't even know me, hoping that he listened to it. I'm gonna be the guy that provides him with the Lamborghini for his video to pull up in that Lamborghini, shake his hand, and then be like, yo, I got a beat for you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a cheat code. Yeah. And that's what I figured out. And obviously it started off as very small and caused a lot of stresses and losses and learning experiences just getting to this point in my business, the new business in the rental game. But now I'm at a point where every major artist, I have a list on my phone about 100 names. The biggest name, A-list celebrities in the world call me for shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? I just rented out a Man Street Cullinan in the driveway outside for $1,500 a day to a multi-millionaire before I walked in here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing all this shit digitally now. I could just do whatever I want. I get paid to live my dream life, and I get paid to do it. And every day I wake up and do something fun. It don't even feel like work anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. Yeah. So let me ask you this. So, boom. So you're a producer. You working with C-Mo.
Yeah, bring me back, man. I go way ahead real fast.
No, you good, man. Look, if you gotta, I understand the mindset. You know what I mean? I understand the mind. If anybody understands, I understand.
That's why I'm here, gang. I ain't never told my story for nobody. This is $1 million story right here. We're gonna make a movie about this shit one day. If I really went into the deepness of each individual part of my path, it would be a blockbuster movie, bro. Deeper than the Biggie Small shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not R.I.P. Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Respect to Biggie. But this shit is crazy. It's all action, comedy, romance, all sorts of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
So, yeah, man, and I get how the mind works. When you're a visionary, that's just how it works.
It's a blessing and a curse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my biggest enemy and my biggest trouble is my own mind. Nobody can stop this shit but my own self. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So you working with C-Mo, you're a producer. All right. You wake up one day, you like, boom, it just clicks. All right. So how did you just get started in renting cars and mansions?
So when I got out of jail in Texas, I had about 5,000 in my name. I told myself while I was locked up in Texas, I'm gonna move to Miami. I had like 5,000. Probably my rent was $2,000 to $3,000 at the time. This is 2018, so it was cheaper back then. I moved into a condo in Miami with every dollar I had, and just started networking, bro. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I was still producing. When I moved to Miami, I didn't think yet about the rental shit. I had moved to Miami first and started seeing how this shit really worked. And then the CMOs of the world would come to Miami. All these artists would come to Miami, and I would just be their homie. So I'd come pull up whatever boss shit they was doing. And I'm like, oh, I'm right here. I'm seeing how this shit works. The first gig I ever got was I had moved into a building and I met this older Peruvian man, Latino man. I actually speak fluent Spanish too. I taught myself fluent Spanish living out there. He owned 14 condos in the same building I was living in. It's a high 56 floor building on the water. Keep in mind, I'm 19, 20 years old at the time. I got so close to him where he ended up giving me all his keys to his apartment and moving back to Peru. So I'm over here running a fucking $1 million organization for him with 15 different high-rise condos. I'm not even 21 yet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I am, but it's like, bro, that's how I got started in this shit. Really, and I didn't have no clients. All I had was the kids from the city I grew up in, which was Fort Lauderdale, Broward, Pompano, you know what I'm saying? About 45 minutes north of Miami. But all my life, I never went to Miami. You know, growing up in South Florida, it's two different worlds.
It's
two different worlds.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I finally got out to Miami and started getting some motion, and I'm like, oh, this is how this works. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't really tell you exactly how I got into it. I used to go stand out on, like I live by a marina. I used to go stand out by a marina and walk around and find the sketchiest looking motherfucker that might just want to do some under the table business with me and just, you know what I'm saying? Just watching this, but hey man, I have these guys coming, I'll make it up. Oh, I got these clients coming in town. I need a boat from you. You think you could like hook it up? I might make a few bucks on top. I'll do that shit 100 times till I found the right plug. And then keep in mind, I'll find a plug and he'll fuck me over and take my client and cuss me out the deal over and over again for years and years and years. And that's what I pride myself in now. My entire network, I like to say, needs me, respects me. And without me, let me take it back. This is a major thing I learned. In life, people are always going to try to fuck you over and cut you out of shit unless you provide so much value to them that it doesn't make sense for them to do it.
Exactly.
And that's what I learned. I used to beat myself up. Oh, why everyone out to get me? Why everyone try to steal from me? Why nobody don't want me to win? Because nobody don't ever want you to win. You got to do this shit for yourself. You got to learn. You got to go through real experiences, take them losses, be the bigger man. And that's when you grow and start building your value. And when you get to a point where you're truly valuable, shit gonna start making sense. You know what I'm saying? And you can't fake it. You can't make it up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You have to learn. You have to really have it mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the intangibles. It's the shit.
So how I got into rentals, really, I just step by step. I have one of the biggest inventories of everything you can name. Exotic cars, yachts, and houses in Miami alone, really in the whole country. It's been growing. I got cars out in Houston now. I got an M3 outside right now. You know what I'm saying? I got LA unlocked, New York City, and now we're going international with it. We'll talk more about that later. But it all just started with I knew a guy who wanted something, and I found a guy who had it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all. I was just a middleman. I was just a little broker. You know, yeah, I got this guy. And it just turned into something that was just incredibly big. And then I got to the point where it's like I had enough money to go buy my own cars and rent them out. I had enough money. I had so much motion and respect in the industry that I had millionaires every day. Oh, I got this new Lamborghini. It's sitting here. I'm going to give it to you. I just want you to manage them. And we go 50-50 on it. I could have the biggest fleet of cars, and I did that at one point. But I got to the point where I realized that the value isn't from being the guy who has the assets and is doing all that hard work and cleaning the cars and doing all that shit. The value for me was just having all the clients and having the network. So by being in the middle, I got zero liability, zero overhead, zero trouble. I don't have to do shit. And I make 50% of what an asset owner makes every single time anything moves. He worked his whole life to get $300,000 to buy that Rolls Royce, and he don't know what to do with it. I'm making 50% of what he makes every time that car moves, and I don't have to spend $1 or ever lift a finger. You know what I'm saying? I make $500,000 a year just sitting on my phone pressing buttons. You know what I'm saying? So that's the power of it. But I got into this shit real small, bro. Like as small as you could possibly imagine. And I dealt with every possible bad thing you could. And now I have a whole mentorship coaching program where I have people hundreds of DMs in my shit talking about, oh, hey, I'm trying to tap in. How you do? You're such an inspiration. You're so motivational. How do I do what you do? You give me $2,000 and I turn you to a fucking super plug overnight. And that shit is guaranteed back to you. And it's so cheap, you make that shit back in one plane. Like, damn, now I got an army of people in all different places around the world that give me $2,000 a year, but they turning up with my inventory, getting my prices, cutting me out the deal, and I'm teaching them 24/7 priority, everything I know, and keeping them from getting fucked over like I did, because all my connections now is so solid and vetted that they need me. So when my member who's part of my program brings a little deal, he finds a guy who needs a car, I'm bringing it to my plug as if it's my deal, and I'm stamping it with my face. You know what I'm saying? So now I got a whole army of people I'm in 100 places at once, and everything comes through me, though. They just get access to my price. So I'm handling the deal. I'm facilitating everything off my respect and my reputation. So your shit goes smooth and you get paid out and nobody don't try to fuck you over. But ultimately, it's a number game to me. You win 10 times more than me, but I got 100 of you. And after you make your money back, I get 25% off everything you do. Yeah. So you still get 75%. You make 10,000, you're taking 7,500 home. And I did all the work. It's all my infrastructure. It's all my knowledge. It's all my connections that I done built up, blood, sweat, and tears over the years. I'm just making you into me so you can go in a place that I might not be and go find a client that I would have never found. Man, what you mean you got 100 Lambos? Put them in a chat with me, and I'm gonna say, oh yeah, this is my best guy. I work for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I'll say I work for him. You know what I'm saying? I'll close that deal because I'm the coldest at this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I make it happen for everyone all the time. Yeah. And that's kind of why I'm slowly building, getting bigger in this shit, because it's just step by step by step, and now I'm at step a million. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
facts. Got you. So
Deep
crazy.
shit, man.
No, that's a crazy concept. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
It's very scalable too.
so here's
What I
my
did in Miami, I plan on doing. So I don't need, as I said, I don't need to own anything, and I make 50% of what any asset owner makes by simply having the network. You know what I'm saying, and having that trusted brand. So if I go to Colombia and stay, and I go find this guy who owns 10 villas on Airbnb, I'm gonna stay in one of his villas perfectly, pay the full price. I'm just to go tap in with him. Oh, hey man, I'm from Miami. I had to do a similar thing in Miami. I got 100 clients. I can send you a year to stay in this villa. This villa only cost me $300 because it's in Colombia. I tell my client back home, oh yeah, this is 800 a night. You know what I'm saying? To them, they're paying 5,000 a night for some shit in Miami. So now they're gonna come and fly in Colombia, stay in this penthouse. I got their driver trusted who's not gonna kidnap them. I got the chef that's gonna come through. I got the girl, whatever they need. I'm not gonna say I got the girls. I ain't no pimp, but it's like whatever the fuck you need, I can connect it for you because I got a lot of connections. And even if I don't know where to find it, someone I trust and love and they love me is gonna make it happen for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very scalable thing. All I need to do is just tap in with one individual person in a new city that has an asset, then I could leverage that asset in 100 different ways to get more assets and to bring clients to that new place. All while I'm just from wherever the fuck I am. I might be on a beach in Punta Cana or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm trying to do with it. Instead of just focusing on like, oh, I need to get 50 cars and do this big thing in Miami. No, I'm gonna have QOQ is gonna be the go-to luxury concierge for anything that anyone can name at any tourist location in the world. You go fly out to Bali. Oh yeah, I got your villa with you. I got your driver. I got your chef coming through. Oh, you going to Spain. Oh, we got your Ferrari waiting for you there. That's what I'm building towards. I want to get to the point now where I can make legal agreements with big companies like Hilton or Marriott or big concierge service because I built to the point where I'm only like really a small fish in this shit, but the volume I do is bigger than a lot of the biggest guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to build my shit, clean it up a little bit so I can go walk up to a real corporate office and be like, hey, look, this is what I can bring to the table, but I need you to be able to do this and let's make this agreement. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And I like your approach. It's like one of my concepts. I say I'd rather have 10% of a billion than 100% of 50 million.
100%.
Exactly.
Because you provide, when you take 10% of that billion, it's deep. Yeah, obviously money's important in this world, but you also create opportunities for other people, man. I ain't selfish, bro. I really don't care about the money. I need the money so we can continue doing what we're doing. I can continue learning. I continue blessing the people around me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I care about the money. I call it fun tokens. I make jokes. I'm on vacation. I turn my automatic replenish on fun tokens off. I go spend $1,000 that day. By the time I wake up, somebody sent me another 1,000. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
the
yeah.
money don't mean shit. And guess what? If I can take my money and build another Boston, guess what? If I ever fall off, hopefully,
Hopefully.
at least one out of the 10 that I built
Well,
up
that's
will
why you
look out
building an
for me.
army of kids over here, man. You got that's even better. You know what I'm saying? One
Exactly.
day I'm gonna get
It's
there,
an
man.
investment,
Yeah,
dog. It's
yeah.
an
They got your
investment.
same genetics. They ain't gonna be that far away from the tree, either, man. You gonna know what they're gonna do. You know
Oh,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure. That's what I said. Here's what I say. I say once you have more than 3 kids, you're already fucked. So you might as well just keep fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.